I wanted to jump in, if you don't mind, although I'm sure Tara, Supervisor Gaston, you have something to say about this too, so feel free to jump in. I have to admit, time and a half just at this time seems sort of outrageous to me. I can't quite follow exactly what's going on because of the misinformation, but am I to understand, you said there is no meeting scheduled for April. This small committee made this decision. It was not left to the Board of Supervisors to make this decision, and that you still have many people at the county receiving time and a half until you meet again and maybe are able to do something to resolve this issue. I understand from reading the press that some people have decided or opted not to take the time and a half, but you still have a significant number of people taking the time and a half, and you have no meeting scheduled, and you are having a difficult time finding a 13th supervisor to get a meeting scheduled so that you could actually do something about this. And if our revenue projection is at 33%, I have to assume the county is somewhere around the same loss of revenue projections. So this really is astounding. I'll just leave it there. And I appreciate your work. I'm trying to get it.
I appreciate it. I mean, again, Supervisor Gaston and myself are only two supervisors. We represent our city. So
clarify, who was on this committee of 5 people? I just think it's important to clarify for the public so they know who initiated this time and a half pay raise.
So the committee that we established, I believe, was the county administrator, chairman of the Board of Supervisors, the vice chairman of the Board of Supervisors, who's also the chairman of our Law and Finance Committee, the chairman of our Human Resources and Insurance Committee. So those 3 are elected officials, but the county administrator is not elected, and the director of Human Resources, which is also a staff position. So that would be.
Was that initially when they proposed this, were all of them also recipients of the time and a half pay raise initially?
Well, the supervisors were not, of course, but the staff, I believe, were. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, again, you guys are absolutely right. I mean, the communication has gone from everybody's getting it to a few people aren't getting it to everybody's not getting it to just people in the community. And again, as an elected supervisor from a community that sits on the Board of Supervisors, I'm getting those same answers. So I don't know any more than you know when it comes from what communication is coming out of the county.
I just think it's odd that this committee of 5 people is suddenly granted this power to give like unilateral pay increases, arbitrarily. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to what group they were giving it to.
Well, I mean, not to defend any of it, but at the end of the day, a lot of what we do at the county is on a committee level. So we don't do a lot as a Board of Supervisors because there's 23 of us, and it's sometimes hard to get that, to move in a direction. So we do spend a lot of time appointing subcommittees to do work for the Board of Supervisors. The problem with this subcommittee is that it was given kind of a blanket ability to set staffing and pay levels. It really wasn't well thought out, and the problem is that we got the resolution kind of at a late date. Things were in kind of a state of emergency just beginning at that point, and not enough time to really debate and get through that. We wanted to get the $1 million to public health. We had to. It was a crisis. Well, so it's like a lot of other resolutions that you see from other levels of government, right? You have a bill that's good, but it has this thing in it that's a real problem. And you have to vote one way or the other.
It was done in the name of first responders, and really at the heart of it has nothing to do with first responders. And now those are the people suffering from the fallout. So I don't want to belabor this point. I just know that I've gotten a ton of questions from the public about it, and I think this is these are all important issues to clarify in this meeting. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, as have we. I mean, I have in my 13 years probably not received as many comments about anything the county has done until now. So it's definitely an issue. And again, I'll make this statement as well. I mean, it's kind of unconscionable in the face, especially in this community, where we have a downtown business sector and people who are all out of work. Nobody's working right now. And people are worried about what's going to happen next. All those staff workers, all those restaurant people, all the dishwashers. Again, the homeless population. We have a lot of issues here in this city, and it's really a great uncertain time right now for the city, and for the county to turn around and pay their own people more money, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's something that should never have happened, and so the only thing we can do now is try to reverse it, try to fix it, try to set things right, and believe me, Supervisor Gaston and myself, I'll let her speak for herself, but, you know, we've been working really hard with our group of supervisors